Experiment Nation, this is Carlos Trujillo speaking from Colombia, and today I'm going to share with you ideas on how to conquer your first 90 days as a new CRO specialist. And I'll share these based on my own experience working as an experimentation strategist at Speero. But why you should listen to me? I started as a CRO full-time practitioner working with leading names in the industry without prior experience working with enterprise clients. I evolved from doing program management into leading experimentation strategy in a short period of time, and I have been trained directly by some of the smartest minds in the industry. However, I have also built dozens of sites myself for SMBs all over Latin America and the US at my previous experience as an agency founder and leader. After this talk, you will know a set of frameworks and 10 ideas you will be able to start using today to know how to show your expertise and increase trust in your work plan even before you get to launch your first experiments. Ideas on how to nurture a relationship with your stakeholders and clients and show them you're the one who's going to help them to succeed. Ideas on how to pitch and get approval on your first experiment ideas and shift the mindset to avoid doing spaghetti testing and focus on what can really have an impact on the business. Ideas on how to set realistic but exciting expectations about the CRO program and moving stakeholders' mindsets from just testing to win to testing to learn and then winning as a consequence, and then ideas into how to shift mindsets to focus on the long-term impact for the business to get more people to care about experimentation as a tool to achieve their own goals. But you might be wondering, why 90 days? Multiple sources claim that the first 90 days at a role are key to determine your future success. This is the time you use to get to know how things are done in the new organization you're joining, and this is your opportunity to thrive, to shine, to build trust, or to throw it all away if you don't have a right plan. These are some blockers you might face in your first 90 days at the role. These are things I have faced over and over again while starting working with a client, and I'm pretty sure you might face some of these too. Number one, misconception about what experimentation and CRO really is. From leadership not trusting experimentation to folks having unrealistic expectation, expecting miracles from it in no time. The required tools not being available so that you are not able to start experimenting the first day. You might lack research tools, an accurate analytics implementation, etc. Lack of user research so that you might not have an idea of what to start testing on, and there could be a big appetite to test only opinion-based ideas. Low traffic for testing, not a strong bandwidth, low statistical power, which will translate into inability to launch multiple experiments at once or inability to get conclusive results at all. And a lack of framework to prioritize ideas and activities. This can be really common in companies that are new to CRO, which will translate in having barriers to running research activities or just appetite to testing the highest paid person's opinions and so on. So now I'm going to share with you 10 ideas you will be able to execute on month 1, month 2, and month 3 to overcome some of these blockers. But first I want to show you where all this comes from. This is Speero's Experimentation OS. It is a set of frameworks we use as the foundation to kickstart every experimentation program we run for our clients. It is a set of activities that gets divided into rituals and artifacts for assessment and integration, planning and process, test and learn, decision and action. It is not intended to be followed with a strict order. However, many of these ideas could be respectively applicable to month 1, month 2, and month 3. But again, you should go check it out yourself and adapt it to your own use case. Here are the 10 ideas. Idea number 1, get familiar with the business goals because people don't really care about experimentation. Get used to translating the CRO experimentation geeky language into plain English. Get used to speaking the business language. Get to know what are the company OKRs. What's the big, hairy, audacious goal for this year? Let them know you are not only going to optimize their website, but to use experimentation as a way to move faster in testing the assumptions of the business strategy. Number 2, be a reliable source of valuable information. Keep up to date with industry standards. Never stop learning. Show them you know your craft. Teach them what experimentation is really about. Number 3, identify how mature the company is and adapt accordingly. Not all companies are the same. Your new experience might be very different from your previous one. And here there's a tool I want to recommend you to use. Go and check Speero's maturity audit assessment. In less than 30 minutes, you will get to know where your company is at in the maturity spectrum, and you'll have the right tools to adapt accordingly. Number 4, don't be afraid of calling out bad practices and unrealistic CRO case studies. We all know there's so much noise out there, and this might get the people to have realistic expectations about what you can really achieve with CRO and how long it will take you to do so. So let them know this noise might not have into account basic statistical principles, and many of these things might be highly unlikely to happen to you, and really discard all button color tests. It might work for Bing and Booking, but it's unlikely to work for you. Spend time and energy and into what can really have an impact. Number 5, may others achieve their own success. CRO is a team effort. For us to succeed, we need other people to succeed and most likely get the credits. That's fine. But you won't be able to achieve anything just by yourself. Be a team player, you will get leadership buy-in, and you will get co-workers to support you, etc. Number 6, get people exposed to research findings as quickly as you can. In the case of Speero, we kickstart every experimentation program with a big project called Research Excel, when we run a wide array of research activities in order to gather enough insights to start experimenting. However, it might take between 4 and 8 weeks from the time we start running these activities until the time we present these insights. If you're in a case like this, make sure you show some progress in the meantime. Dig into what has been gathered before, run low resource activities, do whatever you need to do, but show some progress about the data you are gathering. Number 7, start by running non-inferiority experiments. Think what you can take away to add value and start testing that. This will let you gain time while you cook more complex experiments, and this will get the experimentation machine up and running faster. Number 8, get the key people familiar with the CRO processes and technicalities. This will be key in order to set the right time expectations. Help the people knowing what's the life of an experiment, how long it will take to design, dev, QA, monitor, and analyze an experiment. Get them familiar with the statistical principles so that they are not picking at experiments and wanting to stop them the day after you launch them. Number 9, work on improving your systems every day. Make sure you are building a systematic, repeatable process. This is the key to achieve bigger business goals, and this is the mechanism that will allow you to show them what's going on. At Speero, we make sure we start with a program activities visual roadmap and an experimentation visual roadmap as soon as we can, so that people can see the progress we are making even before we get to deliver anything. And last but not least, number 10, tie experiments to specific business goals. This is the only way to get more people interested. Show them what are you learning from your customers that can be applied to other channels and business units. This is the best way to get noticed and to get more people to support the work you are doing. So we just went over a lot of ideas today. But in summary, get familiar with the business goals and don't be afraid to calling out bad CRO practices in order to show your expertise and increase trust in your work plan. Make other success your priority and be a reliable source of information in order to nurture a relationship with your stakeholders and clients. Start fast by running non-inferiority experiments and get people exposed to research findings as quickly as you can in order to pitch and get approvals on your first ideas. Identify where in the spectrum of maturity your company is and adapt accordingly, and get the key people familiar with the CRO processes and technicalities in order to set realistic but exciting expectations about the CRO program, and work on improving your systems every day and tie experiments to specific business goals in order to shift mindsets to focus on the long-term impact for the business. That was it for today, and I know there's a lot to process. So send me a DM in LinkedIn so that I can share this slide deck and the frameworks I shared today with you. Thank you so much. Until the next time.